I got
yes.
it.
Very good.
Then
okay.
leave before I go.
We are on Seif Lamed Aleph. This is where we hold it. So after explaining how this principle works through Purim, we're saying that this is the Pesach, and we said that Isser Chometz Mitzvahs Achilas Matzah, and we said that in the Kavonos it says that basically, to get us out of Mitzrayim, being that we were in such a low madrega, in order to get us out, the Kodesh Baruch Hu gave us, illuminated upon us Shelo Keseder. Keseder means, first of all, a child starts to walk, then he learns how to talk, or, basically at the same time, and then you learn Aleph Beis, and then you learn Abba Ima, and slowly you build the Das, Chumash and Gemara, slowly. And according to this principle, this is called that the Moich and the Katnos, the constricted consciousness, comes before the expanded consciousness. This is what we learn in Torah Aleph, that we said that the Malchus, that the Keli has to come before the light, before the Chochmah.
Day before light, night before day.
Right. So you have to, first of all, you create the Keli, and once you create the Keli, but during the constricted consciousness, the Keli stage, it's a danger time, because it's where there's symptomim, where there's constriction. That's his milieu. This is where he lives. That's his hood, right? It's like he's standing in the corner selling crack. This is his domain. So if the Kodesh Baruch Hu would have given us the Moichin Keseder, first symptom and then the light, we would never get out of Mitzrayim. Mitzrayim was so strong in Mitzrayim. Zora, there's no davening over there because it was so filled. Mitzrayim says, I have to go out of town to ask Hashem, to stop the mark and the. And the filter from Mitzrayim was very, very strong. So if the Moichin would come in Keseder, it wouldn't have been possible to get out of Mitzrayim B'chlal, because the Klippas would grab onto the Moichin the Katnos, and there wouldn't be. It wouldn't be possible. So what he did was, he did an extra special dispensation known in our regions as protectia, and he shone upon them, the Moichin the Gadol's first, boom, everything. Then he took us out. Then once we went out of Mitzrayim, okay, so now we start all over again. We start the Sphira, this in Mara, all this, until you receive the Torah on Har Sinai. And then you get the Moichin Keseder. But in Mitzrayim, first of all, you have to get out. So you have to get out, so boom, okay, go ahead, win the lottery, go out. Then you have to start working it all over again.
And there was no Tarut L'Tata, it was just like...
Yeah. So, ועל פי התורה הנ"ל, there was התערות הדלתתא. It says, ותעל זה הקשה, ותעל מן העבודה. They screamed to Hashem, but they didn't have the caring for the light that was necessary, to bring the Klippa.
Right, they didn't have Torah.
They didn't have Torah. It was everything was embryonic. Everything was so it was a special, a one-day sale. Boom, 2 for 1 out.
Paro was a Klippa.
And on this Torah, we can explain. And according to this particular Torah, you see the tzaddik, you get the Gedula Dechadish Torah, and this awakens the innate anova, which is Chaim Nitzchim. So according to this Torah, we can expand a little bit B'chas Le'ezboch. We already said that getting out of Mitzrayim is the resurrection of the dead. Because as we explained in our last year, that what is Am Yisrael doing in Mitzrayim Bechlal? Because the holy sparks that came out of Adam Arishon, they were in the Klipos, and Am Yisrael went down there in order to bring them up. So that Klipos that are in the realm, that these holy sparks, when they're in the realm of the Klipos, is called B'chinas death, because spiritual inyanim never die. They don't stop to be. They don't disappear. They just, when they go down from the Madrega, it's called Misa. That's why Shvius HaKelim, the shattering of the vessels, is called Misa Samalachim, the death of the kings of Edom.
They don't disappear, pito? Malachi Kabbalah, stuff like that?
No, Malachi Kabbalah are derivative of the Tzimtzum. It is not Tzimtzum, it's the Malachi Kabbalah. But the spiritual concepts, the neshamas never die. The neshamas don't die.
But if they don't get sustenance, כמו כאילו מה שיצא בטלה, then what happened?
They become, Rabbeinu says, they become chitzayim. Amongst the chitzayim, they think they're having a good time.
Yeah, so
They're going clubbing,
so
and they're going a lot.
So how did Am Yisrael take them down? Like a biker cult or something, he makes them out.
Just have the studs. Live Metallica, right?
They got little Purge t-shirts on. Yeah, he loves it.
No, I don't know their music.
No, not Metallica.
What? The tattoo,
CTC.
Yeah. Heart with a knife, mom,
Grandma. So they never really die? מה שאומר רבנו בזיכרון הר"ן, החבילות וזה, שאפשר לפרק אותם.
So what I'm saying, the fact that they are within the realm of the Kelipot, the fact that they are in the realm of the Kelipot, this is B'chinas death. This is the Anova, yes. This is the Anova, here, put it in here.
Okay.
Apparently not.
It's cups.
Shvius HaKerem, there you go. All right. He's flying high this morning. So then we can understand it. There's a Tchias HaMesim, get out of Mitzrayim, Tchias HaMesim, which is the true Anova. This is Anova Mitis, this is Chai Olam Haba. That's the life of Olam Haba. Shu B'chinas Bli Gvul, that's Olam Haba, is without any boundaries. Oinek Shabbos. Oinek Shabbos is Nachla Bli Meitzorim. This is an estate that has no boundaries. It's limitless. The opposite of the exile of Mitzrayim. Mitzrayim is B'chinas Mitzrayim V'gvul, Mitzarim V'gvul. This is Mitzrayim is by the very definition is limitations and constrictions. That's the reason why Paro was like the biggest Baal Gavik. Asher Omar Li Oir V'ani Asitini. He said, the Nile, belongs to me, and I made myself. He said that he's a god. Okay, no, mi Hashem. Then he says, who is Hashem? I should listen to him. Kisham b'Mitzrayim achidus the Gava b'Yoyse. In Mitzrayim, this is where the Gava really comes from. This is Shu B'chinas Yeshus. It's isness, that B'chinat Mitzrayim Shem Mitzerim Yisrael. It's called Mitzrayim because they squeeze Am Yisrael. There was no way that they could possibly get out. Except, Mamash resurrection. Just getting out of there. This is the true Anova. This is totally opposite the concept of Gaiva.
That's because we said that the only thing that's going to rise from a person is his Anova, right? Way back a few pages. That's why he's saying that? No?
Yeah. They'll keep on saying it again and again.
איזה תורה זאת הרב?
You want to embarrass me in front of all this Chaim Nitzchim, Ein Beis Tanina.
Oh, the same one. Okay, I thought maybe yesterday you were maybe.
What?
I thought yesterday maybe you went to a new one.
No, yesterday I told him secrets I didn't want you to hear. By the way, I put everything that I was lagging on YouTube yesterday. I had like 6 shurim, both, obviously this and Likutei Moharan. And the whole week I was like so demoralized. It's just so I had to go. Yesterday I just sat and processed them and put them all up.
And the whole world התקרבו לרבנו, they're going to need it.
Yep. Right now, so we have over 100, right? We have much more than 100 on the YouTube.
Yeah.
YouTube alone is more than 100. Right.
Every day we have this, right?
What? Yeah. Now listen, I just want to let you know.
100 מאז שאנחנו מקליטים,
Yeah.
Every 3-4 months you get another 100, This is like 6 year in a week.
Yeah. So everything is there, and I have a backup on shared.
And we gotta get that.
Yeah. I'm already like 56%
Maybe.
Full?
Yeah, I have like 100 gig, so 56% of this is already full.
Open up another account.
They have some kind of
Do you have to pay for it?
they're trying to sell to you like like a terabyte or unlimited or whatever it is they're trying to sell it. But in the meantime, all I need to do is just have it both on YouTube and on shared. So if something happened to YouTube, whatever it is, so there will be access to what? You never know. Some YouTube goes crazy, decides something, and that's it. You can only have like 10, and that's it.
Always
They go crazy, so everything is backed up.
Always have to back up.
Yeah, so everything is backed up. So we have it, especially with Dvarim the Kedusha, you have to be very careful to make sure that, think of not any eventuality, but whatever eventuality you can think of, just a normal precaution. It says because Ikar Tachlis HaGeula, the main Tachlis of the Geula, of being redeemed, ולעבוד אותו יסבורך ולהכיר אותו יסבורך, שזה עיקר תכלס הגאולה. Is to serve Hashem and to get to know Him. That's it. That's the whole spiel. Everything in a nutshell, the whole Geula is to serve Hashem and to get to know Him. כמו שכתוב, בהוציאך את העם הזה ממצרים, as you take these people out of מצרים, תעבדו אצל אלוקים על ההר הזה. You are going to serve Hashem on this mountain. ולהכיר אותו יסבורך, and to know Hashem יסבורך אי אפשר כי אם על ידי ענווה אמיתיס. The only can do it is through true ענווה. שהוא מבחינת בלי גבול. ענווה אמיתיס, there's no גבול. no גבול, הקדוש ברוך הוא is no גבול. Then, הקדוש ברוך הוא can go flew. What?
איך זה ענווה שזה בלי גבול? שזה...
מבחינת עין.
אוקיי.
עין is no גבול. שעל ידי זה יכולים להמשיך השגות אלוקות. This is how you can draw upon you השגות אלוקות, attainments of godliness. שבחינת חיים למבוא. That's the essence of the life of עולם מבוא. שאלו החיים האמיתיים הנצחיים. This is the true eternal life. And בחינת בלי גבול כנ"ל. It's without border, without limitations. וזה שידע בזוהר הקודש, this is what the Zohar Kodesh says, Misitra de Yovla, from this side of Yovel. Yovel is Shara Chamishim. After 7 years, 7 times, this 7 times 7, this is the Chamishim, that's the 50th gate. Shehi Bina Almadate, this is the church, the Bina, because below the Bina is the Sheve Mea Binyan, the 7 days that comprise all the time in the world, right?
That's the Sfirot
Saturday
also?
to Friday, huh?
ספירות גם?
Yeah. Only from Chesed until Malchus is, 7 is nature, right? So direction up, down, left, right, forward, and in the middle. This is time and place. This is in 7. The 8th is the Bina, is Lamala. So 7 is Chayil Mazeh. The Bina is Olam Haba. This is what is Olam Haba? A world that keeps on coming. Bina, keep on coming. The world that keeps on coming. I'm flying today. I'm just so tired. I don't even know what the heck I'm talking about. Sorry about that. Anyhow, be that as it may, meanwhile, back at the ranch, Mesita the Yovla, he bina over there. Some heavy editing today.
Just turn it off and start over again.
Major editing.
Yeah, that's a major editing job today.
Background music.
We're gonna make a bloopers one.
Yeah.
Bloopers reel.
Yeah, okay, now you have basically hundreds of hours of video to plow through to find all the bloopers.
You'll
Good
find
luck.
in a minute. It's the serious stuff you gotta take.
So we have the Sitra de Yovla, the side of the Yovel, Bina Oma de Asi. Nofkes Ol Mitzrayim. This is, Am Yisrael came out of Mitzrayim. Because Ika Geula, the Geula is coming from Pchinas Olam Haba, from the aspect of Olam Haba, Shi Pchinas Bina. So Pchinas Tchias HaMeisim, Misham Kol HaGeulos, we're talking about, the resurrection of the dead. That's the source of all the Geulas. Why? Because Golus, exile, Pchinas Misa, right? Exile is death. We say whenever somebody is any spiritual essence that is not in its place, falls down to a low madriga, it's called Golus, it's called death, it's called...
Is there an opinion that says that before Geulah is going to be Techayat Me'atim again? Is that what he's referring to?
I don't know. I'm willing to make something up for you if you need, but I don't know.
No, it's first.
What do you want? Which one?
Because he's saying...
Which way would you want it?
Tell
Tell me, I'll do it for you, no problem.
The first Geulah, there was
no
an
problem.
aspect of Techayat Me'atim, right?
Whatever you want.
So the second one has
No, it's first Geulah, then Tchiyat HaMetim. Come on.
But that's not what happened.
How can I-
Listen, you got to argue with him which way you want it, and they'll
That's
say
not what
it.
happened. What happened here was Techayat Me'atim and then Geulah.
Where happened?
That's what he's saying.
איפה היה פה תחיית המתים?
No,
We're talking about-
he's not talking about a physical...
It says, "Ki galuz b'chinas misa v'gula b'chinas chaim b'chinas tchias hamesim." As we say, Birkas Emes ve'emuno, we say in the morning when we after Shmoneh Esrei, and when shemedaber migulas Mitzrayim, it talks about the redemption from Egypt, from Mitzrayim. Asam nafshenu b'chaim, that puts our nefesh in the chaim, in the realm of chaim. וכמו שכוסו והערך מתבוססת בדמייך, and I saw you, hemorrhaging, ואיסו שבחינת מס מתבוססת, מה זה מתבוססת? מתבוססת is the two words of מס, בוססת. ואומרך בדמייך חיים, that it's, you're dead, bleeding, ואומרך בדמייך חיים, with your blood you shall live. I know, בחינת תחיית המתים, that's the resurrection. נמצא שעיקר הגאולה, that the essence of the גאולה, אי אפשר קים על ידי בחינת תחיית המתים. It's only possible through the beginning of resurrection. שהוא הנובה אמיתית, שנמשך כמובן in the godless, that comes from expanded consciousness. מבחינת מקום גדולוסוי, you find the place of his greatness, you find his humbleness. But to get that kind of true humbleness, which is which is arrested, you cannot attain it, except by accepting the Torah, receiving the Torah. Now, this is said in this Torah, through Chidush Torah, and explanation of the Torah, and illumination of the Torah, and expansion of the Torah. This is called the receiving of the Torah. When you have a new Torah, when you think of a new explanation, when you don't learn, you receive Torah right then and there. That brings about yira, and which is the embarrassment. Until you're embarrassed even to do a mitzvah. The audacity to do a mitzvah. And even to put food in your mouth. But they are busha, but through this embarrassment, shubchinas tshuva, that's the tshuva. As Rabbeinu says in Torah Vav, that the busha is ikar tshuva. Ishma b'zeinu yidam yishtai. That's the essence of tshuva. Yezoicha to the eternal life of Olam Haba. Shubchinas anova mitis. That is the true anova. Ve'ad b'shat Mitzrayim. At the time, we came out of Mitzrayim. We didn't get the Torah yet. In Mitzrayim, it wasn't possible to give the Torah. No, I mean, Mitzrayim, because of the filth of Mitzrayim. That's why it says Mitzrayim was so difficult. The only way that you can be redeemed is through Tchias HaMeisim. And Tchias HaMeisim you can't without Kabbalah Torah. And Kabbalah Torah cannot get in Mitzrayim. You can only have to go out of Mitzrayim. It's like the first time we went to Uman in 89, and it was still the Soviet Union, and we had the suitcases.
But no passport.
No. But we had the suitcases, and they had Vegalach, they had the wagons. But the wagons, you had the wagons over there, but the wagons cost a ruble. Except it was illegal to bring rubles into Russia, and the only way that you could change was after you get out of customs.
It's like the Stalin joke you said yesterday. It doesn't make any sense.
It's the same thing. I would say, you cannot get out of Mitzrayim without Tchias HaMeisim. You cannot get Tchias HaMeisim without Torah. You cannot get Torah without getting out of Mitzrayim first. So it's like you cannot get the rubles unless you finish getting out.
So you need a nes.
No, actually, what we needed was a pack of Marlboro. I gave it to one of the guys, one of the Russian guys. They told you, "Gave him a Marlboro? You crazy? 2 cigarettes? You're not gonna really get him." And they go, "Oh, Marlboro." There you go. So I guess, maybe you could need just a pack of Marlboro to get out of Mitzrayim. No?
You can see Moshe with snuff.
It was very, very difficult feat. רק שהשם יזבח ברחמו ובחומר עלינו, הקדוש ברוך הוא had tremendous רחמונס over us. והיא האור הנפלא שלו כסדר, and he shine on us a tremendous aura, which is not כסדר, שזכו להצנוץ אצל סמויכים גדולים, how did they get this tremendous expanded consciousness there? רק על ידי בחינת ריאס פני הצדיק. They saw Moshe Rabbeinu. שהוא משה רבינו עליו השלום, כי בשעה ציאס מצרים שעדיין לא קיבלו את התורה, they still didn't receive the Torah from Moshe, רק שקיבלו הרס הדעת אצל סמויך על ידי ראיית פניו הקדושים לבד. That they saw the face of Moshe Rabbeinu alone. It's now I understand.
That was the Torah Medim? That's it on Tetzut?
No, there's the Kodesh Baruch Hu dileg al haketz. He spring over without Kodesh Baruch Hu just forewent the entire process. Just Rias Pnei Tzadik, that created everything with the Keren. First of all, getting out of Mitzrayim, just to get him out of Mitzrayim. It was this Or Pnei Tzadik. Now I understand. A matter that I never could wrap my brain around. That Am Yisrael, it says. En lanu ela diva ben Amram. There was an argument. Are we going out of Mitzrayim? What do we do? Maybe we go fight him back. Maybe we, cross the sea. But no one said cross the sea. Fight him, whatever. Everybody had a different opinion, and the opinion is said, this. En lanu ela diva ben Amram. So the message, what it says, ela diva ben Amram. So they said, Afilo, even if he's not Moshe, it wasn't Ben Amram, Moshe, even if it's not Moshe, if it's just Ben Amram, that's it, it's enough for us. Afilim Omer Medaita, if he says it from his own mind, nobody told him, Hashem never told him, that's fine, that's good enough for us. So, if he's not Moshe and Hashem didn't tell him, what good? What good does it give you, that... now I understand.
I have crazy kisufim to go to Uman.
Okay. You're just saying it to make me feel bad. That's why you're saying that.
Take us.
I'm going to take myself.
Take it to us.
It's a haver.
Another thing that was just to see Oris Hadas, it says Samoichin, through the seeing of Moshe's holy face. There's a levad. To this alone, Dila Kodesh Baruch Hu ala ketz u'ge'olu miyad. Kodesh Baruch Hu, skipped all the way to the end. Past, go and collect $200, right? Even though they still didn't get the Torah, the due process. You see the tzaddik, get the Torah, you get the novel, and then you go out. They just immediately they saw the face and bam, out. This is the sosa ikhatshuva, this chesamesim, and this is the thing that brings the geula. But it was impossible to wait on all this. Kodesh Baruch Hu, made a special dispensation for them. And there's a special illumination. And you flush a look at Seder that was totally, out of line, without any due process. Even though they didn't receive the Torah, still he redeemed them. This tremendous, awesome illumination that was drawn upon them as Shelo Keseder, was not Keseder. And this already include in it, the infusion of Tchias HaMesim, the resurrection, the life, the eternal life. It came from the essence of That's why it's totally forbidden to eat chametz now. It is in the essence of Bal Yirah and Bal Yimotza. It cannot be seen, cannot be found. And there's an obligation to eat dafka matzah. What is chametz? That represents the tree of knowledge of good and bad. There's the wheat, and then there's the air in it. There's the gaiva in it. It is impossible, to purify it, to sift, the good from the bad. Through the rectification of the covenant. The relationship is proper. This is the thing that enables you to be Makabel Torah by seeing the face of the tzaddik. Rabbeinu says that it's impossible for a person to have any kind of tfisa, of perception in the dibur of the tzaddik, in the speech of the tzaddik, im lo shetikem brisot tchila. And if he didn't, was Mesach in his bris first. And in other places it says, there's no way to be shomer bris be'emes unless without the dibur of the tzaddik. So, so this comes to this and this comes to that. So this is the thing that brings you the Torah, that comes about from seeing the face of the tzaddik. Chometz represents, a constricted consciousness, as the Kavanah said. Pesach, now in Pesach, it's the time of Yetzias Mitzrayim. We have to be extremely wary and careful not to fall into constricted consciousness. This is what the Sitra Acha is holding, as the Kavanas explained. According to the way that we understand it, from this point of view, the mere rectification of eating, when you eat the Torah, and the Torah, which means you become a living Torah. If you remember, we said, when Adam Arishon, we said before, Adam Arishon ate his chet was because of eating. You know, that's the gaiva, that's where the death comes from, v'chula, v'chula, v'chula. So we said that in this today, our only chance to pick up the little pieces, you know, as they call kepid b'fiat onegon, like you know, a chicken that goes around picking up kernels of wheat, you know, from the garbage. So this is the only thing that we are capable in this life, is pick up the good, you know, that we're living in filth, we're living in Sita de Moisa, we're living in a world, you know, which is basically the netherworld, the world of death. So what we can do, we just pick up Kedusha, a little here, a little there. It says Kepid, like the picking of a chicken, you know, that goes in the garbage and picks up one kernel of wheat from amongst the garbage, and another one, and another one. This is all our life. And even this is possible only if A, you eat according to the Torah, which is kosher, you know, take out meiser, whatever, everything. And B, you make a bracha before and after. You know, before, you know, you eat al pi Torah, only what the Torah allows. You make a bracha before you prepare the food, you know, the extraction of the ruchnis from the gashmias. It's like what you would call a spiritual pre-digestion. And then after you finish eating, you have the post-digestion beer, and even so we have to die after 120 years. So, but nevertheless, without it, it's bichlal, it's reshaim b'chaim k'ruim mesim. You know, they're shown like in their own lifetime they're called dead. So it says so apidar kenu ikar tikun achilo, the main fixing of the achila was damaged by the chet sadas. So the first rectification of the Torah of the achila of eating is to eat al pi Torah, right? To eat only that which is kosher, which is allowed. Well, the kabbalah Torah. This is when you receive the Torah. Once you are, you know, what you eat is Torah. Once you get the kabbalah, then you're zeicha to true busha, because you realize how far you are from where you're supposed to be. Until you get so embarrassed you can even put the food in your mouth. This brings you to the resurrection. That's the main principle behind the rectification of the achila. It says, rectifying that huge boo-boo of eating etzadas tov v'ra that brought death to the world is dafka through such an eating that brings about eternal life. That's the tikkun. That was an eating that brings about death. We have to eat an eating that brings about life. And that also then rectifies the chametz enough that after Pesach we can have chametz back again. What is chametz? Is a delay. You know, you leave the dough to rise. You're delaying it. You put the water in the dough. And the dough, you know, is resting, you know, through, you know, the 18 minutes, you know, of shir chimutz. Until the ruach, the air of this world, you know, permeates it. There's an ischamtzu. That's the thing that makes it, you know, makes it rise. Also, that's why the issue of there's no issue in the Torah b'chlal, you know, there's no, everything is, you know, is a kazais. That's the lowest. That's mashu. A mashu. This is only chometz. כי אז אדם מסתכל מזדקך הרוח והאוויר מבחינת רוח הגבוה של פרעה במצרים. because we are still holding, we are under the wings, under the auspices of power, that is a bad, evil ruach, which is the pride of power Mitzrayim. So that's when the air and the ruach and the spirit has already got a foothold in the dough. After you gave, after you gave water on it until it became chometz, it becomes strictly prohibited. Because a tremendous amount of ruach of Mitzrayim, of gaiva, of yeshus, of being. That's why it said Afka, that the main food of man is bread. Right? Lechem.
Why?
So you see, lechem is the essence of the gaiva, with the ruach, and this is why what is there, because a person that lives in this world, the chaya olam hazeh, is all about ani, ana, imloch, and the gaiva. Once you rectify it, once you eat proper achila on Pesach, you rectify even the chometz, so you can eat lechem and still, serve HaKadosh Baruch Hu. But milchatchila, the essence is achila of well, you find a tiger eating bread, you ain't not eating no bread, right? You eat chicken.
Sandwich.
Wait. Yes, I love to make bread, this, with the rice, seeds. Yeah, the chicken, it's a kernel, fine, it's fine, you know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, I'm not myself today. Maybe it's a good thing. All right.
Keeps us interesting.
Yeah, right? You never know which way it's coming from. It's like, keep you on your toes. Like, well, what is it going to say next? We don't know. All right. Keep you guessing. Until it becomes also, so the ruach goso of Para and Mitzrayim, it's gasos ruach is crudeness. It's a spirit of crudeness. A different God, Shesita the Moise, this is the side of death. Machmetzet, what is Machmetzet? So Machmetzet has the oisios of Chometz and has the oisios of Mes. This is Taman Mes. So that's the reason why mainly the Isur is when after you put the water in the mixture, right, in the flour. Whereas the spirit always is hovering above the water. Always, from Bria Sa'olam until the spirit is always hovering above the water. When it's in the Kedusha, you have a Holy Spirit on it. That's the spirit of Mashiach al Pnei Hamayim. It says the spirit of Hashem is hovering upon the water. That's the spirit of Mashiach. That hovers upon the face of the Torah. This is all the Chiddush Torah come from. Kabbalah Torah come from that, as we said in this Torah. Aber Mitzrayim, שלא זכינו לקבל את התורה, we didn't get the Torah yet. כן, אז בפסח נאחז, חס ושלום, the other רוח על פני המים. הרוח על פני המים באיסה, עד שנלחמת נאחז ברוח ראש ששול על פני המים הרעים. The bad water, מים הזיידונים, that's the שם מים מסורת, that's the filthy water, that's the tumadika water, שנמשכים מפגם הבריס. That comes from when a person is spoken the bris. That's the opposite of Kabbalah Torah. Kabbalah Torah, they are precious for the main way, the only way to get Kabbalah Torah, to get the Torah, is through through sanctity, and celibacy and staying away. B'kedusha, just like not celibate in the way that they understand it is a total kamabris. But the Kedusha mission, the main Kabbalah Torah is through the precious and the Kedusha of the covenant that was drawn upon them then through Moshe. Moshe did just by looking at his face. כמו שכוסף שם, והזי בפסח, כשהחומץ פגום מאוד, being that it was just Pnei Moshe, just the face of Moshe, and all the other, steps of the process were not there yet. There was no Kamal Sater, there's no Tchias HaMezim, so they had to go from Pnei Moshe all the way to the Geula, all the way to Tchias HaMezim, just without the inner process of receiving Torah, v'chol. That's why the only way that you can fix the chometz is if you have all the steps of the process there. If you don't have the middle steps, you cannot eat chometz. Chometz is as a double-edged sword. You're falling asleep on me, man.
Not on Pesach.
I'm falling asleep on you. Don't.
Not on
It's
Pesach.
retaliating. What?
Not on Pesach.
What?
About eating chametz mechutz Pesach, eating chametz.
Chutz Chametz. There's no way that you can eat chometz on Pesach. Because on Pesach, this is when the illumination is that the middle does not exist.
בסדר, כמו היום, אף על פי שיש לנו את התורה, כאילו זה כמו...
Yeah, but it's the same process
We still
that
need
goes
that.
every year. ועזב בפסח chometz pogum me'oid. Now the chometz is tremendously pogum because the middle steps of the rectification do not exist. There's no Kabbalah Satorah, Kiviyochel Legabe Ha'inyan. Hayom Gam. Because every year you go to a higher Bechina. You go to a higher Bechina of Kabbalah Satorah and Geula, it says Mitzrayim. It's happening. Chayav Adam Lirot Atzma B'chol Davar Ki'ilu Yetzal Mitzrayim. The obligation is that you're going out of Mitzrayim right now because the year is cyclical. All the tikkunim are cyclical. That's why, the sun and the moon, everything is going around. All of Avodas Hashem is cyclical. Everything is in Sivuvim. The sun goes up and down, the moon goes up and down, the earth goes around. Everything is sivuvim, is a gulim. This Avodas Hashem is in eagle, in spirals. This is either it's spiraling up or it's spiraling down. Chas v'chalila. It's all the time in igulim. So the year is an eagle. It keeps on turning. Every year it's a new eagle. You're spiraling up. There's another tikkun. There's another Indian. It's getting closer and closer and closer to the geula. That's the Geula Shleim of Tchias HaMezim, b'malmash, b'gashmius, v'chul. So every year the process starts with, you have to get us out of Mitzrayim, with total miracle, because, so it has to start with Heora, with Seder Pesach, which is the tremendous illumination. There's no Kabbalah Satorah for this new year yet. There's no Busha for the new year yet. Everything is I saw, wallowing in your blood, you're dead, you're not. So only Riyas Pnei Moshe. This is so that's why then Chometz and Pesach is totally forbidden. Because then the only thing Chas v'Chelek somebody eats Chometz and Pesach is like internalized in B'chinas Meis. אז הם מתגברים על דרך חס ושלום מבחינת המריח הדקטנו שלך זה עשית הרבה. If a person eats חס וחלילה חומץ עם פסח, עשית ריח ההוזם הלט שהוא ייקח פגם מענו והאמיתי שזה עיקר החיים. To be continued with Hashem Zintik.